So, overview of the ceramic processing. We said primarily in this class we are dealing with the route of powder route from powder. Okay, kind of boring, but that's ceramic processing. It is what it is. Okay, so quite often people start with ceramic powder and they end up with, read to yourself, dense, which means not many pores, bonded, which means the powder are, instead of loose powder, now they are chemically bonded together and no longer have a loose powder. And polycrystalline, typically polycrystalline ceramic part. So that's what majority of this class is about, going from powder into dense, quite often dense. There are situations that we want porous, but for many cases we want dense because dense one give us the mechanical strength. Bonded, I don't want loose powder. Polycrystalline ceramic part. That's what this course is about. Ceramic powder, as we see, powder, okay. We do something to get into a so-called a green body. We start with powder, we do something to get a green body. A green body, you may not familiar with, is the part that is still porous, bonded or not bonded. Not bonded. Green body means they are not really bonded. If there's any bonding, it's very weak. Van der Waals by the glue. Very weak. Porous. So quite often you have to do something, starting from powder to get a so-called green body. You shape it by pressing, right? By pressing. Okay. And then between powder and green body, you do some processing, such as milling. What does mill do? Reduce the particle size, right? Make it more uniform. You see here, we are milling. The balls are the so-called you are milling media, grinding media. And then you shape it in certain way. For example, you use these are called dies, or you can also say mold. Essentially the same thing. You are doing something mechanical or chemical to shape them into certain shape. With this simple cylindrical shaped die, you can only quite often make cylindrical shaped pellet. You press the loose powder into pellet, but as you just press it, they are still not dense, they're porous, they're not bonded powder, which means you tap it a little bit even on the table, they would become cracked again. Okay? But after you get a green body, assume it's reasonably good, people can do something to make it into so-called sintered ceramic body. Ceramic body. Okay? And between here, it's quite honestly very simple. You put them into certain types of furnace. And the process people call either firing, you apply heat, fire, or people call it sintering. That's the very simple. From powder into green body into sintered ceramic body. Okay? And in this process, the tricky part, it's very straightforward, but the tricky part is to control microstructure. To control the structure, you ask me, how do you control the two layer without delamination? How do I control the certain large size pore versus small size pore? To control this, by processing is critical. And one important thing that you keep in mind, read this to yourself. Microstructural defects. If your green body has many microstructural defects, they will not be removed by firing sintering. Which means if I'm pressing two layers, let's say taking my cold sintering, I'm pressing two layers together. If those two layers already has a tiny crack in between those two layers, after sintering, that crack can only what? Become larger. I cannot mitigate that crack between those two layers by sintering, by firing. Those whatever defects you have in the green body you can make it worse. You can make it larger. You can make it more obvious by firing. You don't remedy whatever defects. you created when you make the so-called green body. Make sense? So which means from powder to green body, you actually have to be extremely careful in certain way. Okay? So as I said, these issues between powder and green body for glass actually somewhat different. We'll talk about them later. Okay? So the topic, hopefully in the beginning, we talk about particle synthesis, processing, and characterization. Actually, I'll at least try to demonstrate, if possible, maybe even synthesize some material together with you guys. Okay? Think of the material that you may want to synthesize, and then we can talk with our students and see whether we can do them in the lab. Okay? And then additives in ceramics processing. We'll talk about other than the inorganic ceramic part, people quite often add additive, most likely polymers, into it to help the processing. We'll talk about them. Green body formation, pressing pellet, that's the simplest one. And we may, if time allows, we may talk about slip casting and other liquid processing. Okay? And heat treatment for ceramics, firing, sintering, and then post-firing processing such as polishing, grinding, lapping, stuff like that. Okay? And the processing of glasses if we have time. We may melt some glass and quench it so that you see, okay, I got a transparent glass. Okay? And other ceramic processing if we have time.